It's Wendy here from Lolly Dolly Crafts. I just wanted to show you a project I made. I think it was the day before yesterday. A friend of mine, well, it was my son's girlfriend, gave me a pair of shoes, and this was the original shoe. It had a strap here. You know, they'd well worn. She didn't want them anymore. So what I did was I took the strap out and I pulled. The other one was really easy to pull off. But anyway, I pulled this like fluffy bow thing on because I didn't want it. And then what I did was ow! Sorry, I just got burnt by my glue gun. What I did was I painted the whole thing, the whole shoe, with first of all white gesso, and I gave it 2 coats of that because obviously it was black, so I really had to. And I wasn't sure whether it would, because it's not. Oh, it is satin. Yeah, this part of the shoe is satin. But anyway, so I painted it all with white gesso all over, on inside, even on the inside of the shoe. And then I painted it with pearlized acrylic paint in pink, and I did that all over. And although I liked it, I realised, without even realising I did it, this is the second pink shoe that I've done. I don't know why I went for pink again. I don't know. It was just, it was the first thing I went for. It wasn't planned or anything, for anything in particular. Although the first shoe I did was like a shocking hot pink, whereas this one's more of a. But having said that, I did feel that this was a bit. It was still too bright for me, although it's nice and shiny. So what I did was I painted some Crackle paint over it. I don't know if you can see. I painted some Crackle paint over it, and then with some archival ink, I then used, this is a local King rubber stamp, and it's called Cherry Blossom. And what I did was I didn't put it on a no, I haven't even cleaned it yet, naughty me, which is very unusual for me, but I'm not very well at the moment. I can't even stand up and I feel like I'm going to fall over. I got such a dizzy head. Yeah, I didn't take it off the, put it onto an acrylic block. I just put some ink on it and basically sort of did it like that, moulded it sort of around the shoe. I did that all over, and I love how it's turned out. It's really given it, it's taken the shocking, well, not the shocking pink, but the brightness of the pink off of it. I didn't acrylic the put Crackle paint on the heel, but I still put some of the stamping on there, and then I heat set the because I couldn't find my stays on for some reason. I don't know where it's gone, but I couldn't find it anyway. So I heat set the ink, so it didn't come off because I didn't want it going all over the place. And then I basically, because this shoe obviously is, it's not like the other one. The other one was like a full closed-in shoe, this one's obviously all open, so what I wanted was flowers in the middle, having stick pins here, and then I wanted flowers at this end, but because it was quite a deep pocket, so what I did was I used some, well, I only padded out this little bit here to put stick pins in, so I just put a bit of pink, pale pink, with it's like got like a little white pattern on it, and I only put padding up to there, and then in the heel I just put padding and covered it again with the same material on this bit here, not because I wanted to stick pins in it, but because I wanted to sort of bulk it out a bit, because otherwise it was so you can't even really see without, you can't really see, but behind there it's I padded it out. Just so I didn't have to sort of lose what I wanted to put in there within this hole of the shoe. So I did that, Then the stick pins I made quite a while ago, to be honest. Sometimes I'll sit in bed and I'll watch TV and I'll make stick pins, or I'll make flowers, or I'll colour, you know, depending on what I feel like doing. And these stick pins I made, I really quite like them actually. These ones are the same. These pins are, these beads I got from Fiona, from Jennings 644. And before I forget, just to let you know, I did mention on my last video that I was a bit worried because I hadn't heard anything from Fiona. So I contacted her good friend Chris, and she replied to me really quickly, so that was really cool. So just to let everybody know that Fiona's not very well at the moment, and she's actually been put on bed rest by her doctor. So thank you, Chris, for answering me and letting me know, because she doesn't really know me, and I said to her, you don't have to give me any details, all I just wanted to know whether she was all right or not. So she's a bit poorly. I knew something wasn't right. I knew that, you know, because we hadn't heard anything from her, and before Christmas she had a really, really bad cough, and I said to her it was really wheezy, and I said to her to go to the doctors because it sounded, I was worried she was going to get pneumonia. I don't know, I'm not saying that's what she's got, I don't know what it is, but all I know is that she's on bed rest by the doctor. So hopefully get well soon, Fiona, and hopefully you'll be back with us soon with all your fantastic projects, because we miss you loads and loads. Anyway, so I got these pearl beads from Fiona, the long ones, and the stick pins I got, which are a bit longer than, I prefer the longer stick pins. I got, and it already had like a crystal bead on the top. I love them. I got from eBay, and I'm really, really sorry, but I haven't got the name of the person who I got them off of. I'll try and find out and stick it on the bottom. And I added, just basically for something a little bit different, a little bow on the top. And I think I've got 3 of those there. So I made 3 of those ones, and then again using the same long pearly bead and some wings. And this is one of the longest stick pins, which I love. It was already got a pearl stick pin, and these stick pins I got in a kit from Fiona. The long stick pins, these ones, not the ones with the crystals on the top, but these ones I got from Fiona, and I did try and get some similar. Oh yeah, these are the same, these are the long ones as well. I didn't put as many beads on there. The good thing about the long ones is you can put, you know, more beads on them. You don't have to. But I do prefer the longer ones. So, and here's, it's all the same sort of colour theme, pink and white, same as the, oh, that's not going to go in. And then that one, which I really love, which has got like a silver metal ball on it, and crystal bead. My dog's huffing in the corner. I don't know what you can see on TV. What is it? The golden compass. There's a big bear on there, so she's huffing. My dog doesn't bark very often. She does bark, but she huffs. It makes me laugh. Anyway, onto my shoe. So what I did was I put a layer of lace trim on the bottom, and then another layer of a smaller pink trim over the top of the white. They're both gathered, and then a layer. I just put pearls all around, and then I was going to stick a flower in the hole there, but I didn't in the end. And I did put the same, but I had to trim this one off because it looked really odd, because I had the 2 layers. It was sort of stuck out here and it just didn't look right, so I trimmed it off. I did the same all the way around, added the pearl trim all the way up the shoe, all the way up the inside, and the same with the lace. I put it all the way around. At the back I added this gorgeous bow, which again is from Fiona, from one of her kits, and so is that flower. And the lace trim I got in a kit from Rosella, and it's gorgeous. This it's come off. This little angel stick pin was from all of the beads, apart from the long pearl one, the crystal type wings, and the glass bead, are all from Fiona. I made it look like a little angel there to hang off. Yeah, she just fell off. Anyway, there she is back on. The feathers I added to the top, and I got these off of eBay. And I do struggle to find feathers, decent feathers, not just, you can get feathers, it's decent feathers, the ones that, you know, that are really fluffy, not manky. I bought some from eBay not long ago and they weren't very nice. You'll have to excuse me, my cold. So these silver flowers, white sort of pearlescent leaves, and these flowers here came in a bunch, and they were from Rosella as well. And I just I cut them up and put 2 down here on the front with some of the pearl hanging beads. Another one of the leaves here. And this flower is from one of the kits from one of the ladies that makes flowers for Rosella. And the little butterfly down here is from Fiona, as is this plastic acrylic, not plastic, acrylic butterfly that's so it's not, I can't really see it very well. I'm going to put some glitter on it, I think, so bring it up a bit. So yes, that's my decorated shoe. It's a totally non-functional. It's not for anything but to look at and stick pins in. So it's a totally useless but beautiful, gorgeous, very pretty shoe. So I was really pleased how it sort of turned out compared to the original shoe. I was really pleased with the stamp, stamping on top of the shoe. So yeah, I was really pleased with that. Oh, so there we go. What I'll do is I'm going to take a photograph of that, and I'll put it on my blog. And thank you for watching. Bye.